Let's get ready to grumble!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Grumble. I'm your host, Graham, and sitting in the corner to my left is Daryl.
Hi.
Hi, Daryl.
You all right?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, man.
Good. Just thought I'd catch you because you were about to go on your phone and was like, right, I'll catch him whilst he's paying.
Yeah, I'm preparing for it in a minute.
Oh, God. I'll explain that in a moment. And sitting in the corner to my right is Dan.
Hi.
How are you? Well, okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. So, I mean, I sort of want to get straight to it, but we're not going to, are we? Just to give you an idea, listeners, this is an insight into our lives. Okay, we have a whiteboard on the wall of the studio.
Yeah, we tried to get sponsorship for it, didn't we? 1 week.
We did. Yeah, they didn't send us. But the point is, we have this, and that's our format. So the first thing I've got to talk about is Jeff Jarrett in the Hall of Fame, which we'll come back to in a moment. The second thing says Daryl Mystery Segment, which is by far the most terrifying thing I've ever read on that format.
Yeah, listeners don't know like how terrifying that sort of sentence is to us.
It makes me actually like tense up physically.
Let me tell you why Daryl Mystery Segment happened.
Okay.
What is going to happen is because I was watching SuperTape III.
Yes,
and
the main subject of today.
Yeah, and sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
And I was thinking, I need to find something more interesting. So I was looking at other wrestlers.
Did you look at the carpet for 25 minutes?
I mean, that was part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dug your hand down the seat, found some lint, played with that for a minute.
Yeah, they tasted nice.
Not them.
Yeah.
Not lint. Not lint chocolate balls.
Fluff.
Oh.
Not lint, like L-I-N-T.
Anyway, so I found something more interesting in wrestling, and do you know, like you've got the Drew Gulak? No, you've got the Drew Gulak report, and you've got the Noam Dar report.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I've got my own report.
God. Okay. Have you got theme music prepared?
Yeah, that's why I've got my phone ready.
Oh, utterly terrifying.
Just plug it in.
Where are you getting the idea that
I've
Jeff Jarrett's? So, I want to discuss this. Why is Jeff Jarrett going to the Hall of Fame?
It were on clickbait. It were on clickbait sites, mate. I don't know why.
Is it the TNA Hall of Fame?
No, it's the WWE one, the proper one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that the proper one?
Yeah, well, he's in rehab, isn't he? WWE sponsored rehab.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, WWE have paid for it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all
Yeah,
right,
because
aren't they?
he showed up to a few shows drunk, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I knew he'd done that, but I don't think there were WWE shows.
Yeah, because
No, there weren't WWE shows, but WWE pays for any previous talent. It'll pay for him to go to rehab.
Yeah, they paid for Scott Hall like 6 times.
Yeah.
And pay for Sonny a few times as well.
Yeah.
It's a bit mad, that, really, isn't it?
Not the only person that's paid for Sonny a few times. Boom! Back in room, yes.
Oh, there you go. Nailed it. Oh, take that.
Just, I hope he stays away from free bar.
Yeah.
No, don't be dissing Jeff
Hold on, when's there
Jarrett.
going to be a free bar at rehab?
No, at the Hall of Fame.
Oh, when's there going to be a free bar at the Hall of Fame? We were at the Hall of Fame. There's no free bar.
Good season.
The Luke Gallows conversation about Honky Tonk Man, where they have the big
That's
party.
the WrestleMania
and
after
stuff. Is that
party.
the WrestleMania after
Yeah,
party?
yeah. So
Will he be there too?
Is that the one
heard this story?
where Rhino broke that pot?
What?
Have you ever heard the first time Rhino got sacked? It was because he broke a pot at the after party because he threw it at his wife or something. It might not have been at his wife, but he definitely broke a pot and got sacked. I know that.
Have you heard the Honky Tonk Man story? Okay, so at one of the WrestleMania after parties, when Luke Gallows was employed previously by WWE, not on his current run.
So when he was Festus.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Luke. We're not supposed to put that out there, are we?
So
in case Vince McMahon listens and remembers that Luke Gallows was Festus.
So think about this.
Yep.
Honky Tonk Man sat on a table by himself, and I can't use the word to describe how Luke Gallows described how he looks, but he looked mad. That's what he said. And him, Festus and Kurt Hawkins, of all people, say, "Oh, let's go double brother him," which they set as sit either side of him so he can't escape and talk to him, right?
No.
So they must sit either side of him, and then they try and start making conversation. It's a good spread of food put on, isn't it, tonight, Honky? And he says, yeah, it's coming out of your paychecks, you marks.
Probably was, though.
Yeah.
Right, so have we addressed Jeff Jarrett in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, let's get on to it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
No. Are you sure
I
there's not more to say?
I haven't got headphones, so I don't know how loud this is going to be or whatever, so you might just have to tell me that.
All right, fair enough. Okay.
That's my ringtone volume.
Yeah.
This is smooth.
Live on the Royal Grumble. This is...
You are now about to witness the strength of street.
It's the edited version, guys. It's all right. So it's NWA time, isn't it? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So Nick Aldis, the greatest NWA World Heavyweight Champion of all time, has started his crusade.
Oh, his crusade.
Yeah. So his first defence, do you know what it was against?
No.
It was against the one and only James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
He wrestled James Ellsworth in a 21-minute classic.
I really thought you were going to say 20-minute time limit draw.
It should have been a time limit draw, shouldn't it? Because
that would have been
James
better.
Ellsworth has gone the distance with AJ Styles before.
Yeah, you got to keep him strong, haven't you?
Yeah, so that was the first defence, and he's 1-0. And then he's had his second defence on Our Great Shores.
Yes, now I did know this.
So it was in Bristol.
Yep.
And it was against Bram.
I knew it was against Bram, yeah. Has he just signed a multi-year deal with TNA Impact?
Who?
Bram. Has he signed another multi-year deal with Impact?
No, he left.
Oh, gosh, they must have had to pay. Because you remember when every second announcement that they made was that TNA were signing Bram to a multi-year deal?
I do remember this, yeah.
Yeah. John Gaburek kept shrieking about it. He's like, Bram is signed to a multi-year deal. We just signed Bram to a new multi-year deal. The last one was signed 4 months ago.
It's probably because for a while his parole won't let him leave Florida.
And that's the end of the NWA report. Tune in next week for Straight Outta Corgan.
Yeah.
I was making sure we continually made noise over that just so we don't get flagged on YouTube again.
I don't really matter.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't want NWA getting the money we don't earn.
Exactly.
Rich Swann. Unrelated to the previous there's no I can't see any connection there at all.
No.
Rich Swann got released. Oh no, sorry. Parting of mutual ways.
Yeah.
So naturally Southside have booked him already.
So is it part of mutual ways because they don't employ criminals?
I think basically they mutually decided that even though his charges were dropped, they mutually didn't want him on their mutual television show, Mutual.
Okay.
Yeah. And he mutually decided that it was probably best to mutually try and make some money without mutually getting mutually sacked.
Mutual?
NFU Mutual. Isn't that like one of the insurance companies?
I don't know. If they want to sponsor us, they can.
Well, yeah. Go. NFU, get in touch. We'll say Mutual more often.
Yeah.
It's mutually assured destruction. I mean, mutually assured funding. Maybe I should find what the slogan is. Yeah, so are we really upset about another former Cruiserweight champion's gone? Is that the first three?
TJP still not
TJ, right, so you take TJ Perkins out of the equation. Is that the first three? Because wasn't Rich Swann the first one to win?
Rich Swann beat TJP for it.
Didn't Neville then beat Rich Swann?
Yep.
And Austin Aries then beat Neville?
Yeah, so...
Splendid.
And then
Enzo.
Enzo. But then Callisto was... Oh, and Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, Tozawa's still employed. He lost to Mark Andrews this week. Mark Andrews is through to the next round of the tournament.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad that they're not just bringing people in just to lose at regular...
Yeah, because it felt like it for a little while, didn't it? Little Mark Andrews, go for it, mate.
Yeah.
Mandrews, they used to call him. That was a terrible name.
Yeah.
Imagine if your name was... No,
It's not going to work.
It's not really going to work, is it? No, never mind. I don't know. Bad name. The point is, Mandrews is a bad name. Take that, TNA, you stupid
You
TNA.
could have called him...
No.
Daffuse.
No. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Daffuse.
That'd work.
Matthews.
That'd work.
Matthews, yeah, that works. Would it?
Yeah.
Would it?
Yeah.
I think.
Daffuse.
I prefer Dynamite Daryl Matthews. That's what I prefer.
Yeah.
He's my favourite.
I could be going to Hall of Fame.
You
Dynamite
could.
Diffuse.
You could.
Dynamite Diffuse. That works.
See.
Can I just point? This show is peaked for today.
Yeah.
It's all, that is the peak. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, it really
It's
is.
the most excited I've been on
Unless
the show.
you watch SuperTape III, in which case, at least you're hanging on in there. So thank you. Speaking of having peaked and getting worse, I'm going to change up the agenda because it just seems to roll on into Dolph Ziggler being added to the world title match.
Oh, I saw this and thought of you.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what they did this week?
Go on.
This week, they just threw people into matches for the sake of it.
Yeah, well, there's not enough time on pay-per-views, is there?
No, but you know how they're going to deal with that, don't worry. They're going to make every pay-per-view 4 hours. And you are going
with a 2-hour pre-show?
With a 2-hour pre-show. You're going to live through every single moment of every single 4-hour pay-per-view as the WWE present to you every single name in every possible combination as they provide coverage of every war ever fought.
Do you know that...
With Smart Bomb Steven.
Do you know why they're doing this? Or what are the reasons?
No.
Okay, so...
Is it to get Randy Orton on every show?
Probably.
Yeah, there's no Randy Orton space, you see.
But one of the reasons that I've heard, that I've read, is that like the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, AJ Styles feud, they wanted to hit certain points on the feud, but they didn't have pay-per-view to do it. And it's like, well, just promote an episode of SmackDown as a big event and maybe pop a rating.
Yeah, that's...
Does not make sense, because if somebody watches your TV show and then thinks, oh, do you know what? I want to see that Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn match. I'll sign up for the network. They get a month free anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So just give it away for free on TV for a week, but build it up.
You know what the other thing might be? Can you remember that story about Vince McMahon couldn't understand why someone was watching like stand-up comedy on a plane? It's like, well, why don't you watch some WWE? Like, we have comedy, we have Santino. Do you think it's literally because Vince doesn't think people want to watch anything else but WWE, so he's just making all the programs long enough that eventually we are going to have a proper 24-hour live network?
That's not true, and I'll tell you for why. Because
that's my phone.
Here's message. You know the rule.
Here we go.
I mean, this is...
I don't know if that picks up on that.
I mean, I'm going to read it to you, but it's not going to make much sense.
Done, ma.
Cool.
Outdoor is savage. They make you do things like this. Then a sad emoji.
Don't forget, outdoor is savage.
The Revenant, out on DVD.
No, actually, you're wrong, because Vince doesn't think people want to watch nothing but WWE. Vince knows that people only want 2 hours of XFL football.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, none of these boring 3-hour football shows. On a completely unrelated note, what about 4-hour WWE pay-per-views? How they're both his companies. How does he disconnect? But how doesn't he see the two? How can he not? How?
I'm not sure how, but we're saying 4 hour. There's 6 hours. They're going to be 6 hours.
Yeah. Well, you know what'll happen though, don't you? They'll do 4 hours for everything, and then they'll go, got to make WrestleMania stand out, haven't we? Yeah.
It's going to be WrestleMania Day.
Yeah. Didn't they do that once?
Oh, no.
Wasn't it like WrestleMania 2000 or something? They did WrestleMania Day. I'm sure they did. I need someone to check this out. We could check this out. Someone will tweet us or whatever. They did WrestleMania...
At Royal Grumble Pod.
At Royal Grumble Pod, yeah. They did WrestleMania Day. I'm sure it was for WrestleMania 2000. And they did like... almost like... You know when it's like Cup Final Day?
Yeah.
And they used to start the coverage at like...
And Spike always turn up. You got Jamie Redknapp in a white suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Worked out well, didn't it? Jeff Jarrett's going to turn up in white jeans.
Yeah. No, Jeff Jarrett's not going to be there.
That used to happen, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You're not doing more NWA. You're not doing like past NWA as well as current NWA. You've got to pick an NWA and stick to it. Yeah.
When there's no NWA moments, you can do some classic stuff.
Don't tell him that. You've given him license now.
I want to see how far he'll go with it.
So
George Hackenschmidt.
Relating to this idea of just whacking more people in, Seth Rollins is now in the Elimination Chamber along with Finn Balor, and it's a 7-person chamber.
So how are they going to do that?
You know how they're going to do it.
They'll work that out later.
No. We know how they're going to do it. We know. How
yeah.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we discussed this the other day.
This is what people mark out for. What do people mark out for, Daryl?
I don't know.
What do people mark out for, Dan?
Shark cage.
Shark cage on the Elimination Chamber, inside a shark cage. And you know who's going to have to be...
Shark cage in the middle.
You know who's going to have to be in the shark cage, don't you?
This was mine.
This is his.
Yeah, I said the only person logical for the shark cage is Finn Balor. Because then, when it's time for him to come out of the pod, it can literally, like, doors open on the bottom and he does a coup de grace to someone.
There you go. Just does the coup bang.
It depends how high up he is, doesn't it?
Don't matter.
Oh, does it not?
Shark cage.
It's a safer chamber.
What don't you understand? Shark cage. How many times do I have to say shark cage before you understand, Daryl?
One more time.
Shark cage.
I understand.
Because then they can like release a new elimination chamber with a shark cage in it and sell more toys.
Yeah, you like toys, Daryl. Come on, you can get on.
Yeah.
Sorry,
they're not toys; they're action figures.
Oh, something annoying happened in Toy World yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So is
this an actual place or is this like the World of Toys?
The World of Toys.
Okay, just check.
So it was New York Toy Fair, or it's currently New York Toy Fair.
You've been to New York?
Once.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah. No, you've been more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been at least once.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway, New York Toy Fair. They showed some new wrestling figures. Don't worry, I'm not going to do a full podcast.
That's
about
annoying.
It,
That's annoying.
And they're releasing a ring. And they're releasing a figure with a ring. You can only get this figure with this ring.
Oh, they're doing this to you again, aren't they?
So I got a bit lucky last year, and I managed to get the figure for a very good price. We're not having to buy the ring.
Yeah, it's Goldberg, wasn't it?
Yeah, Goldberg. Yeah,
you got it for a very good price.
Yeah, I'm not going to really hunt this one down because I don't really care about him. You got to have an incentive. If you want to pay, they want somebody to pay £100 to buy the ring to get this figure.
Yep.
So it's the SmackDown ring because they
Yep.
did the Raw ring last time. Raw ring Goldberg. Who do you think is coming with the SmackDown ring? The only place you can get him is in the SmackDown ring, and they're not going to release him anywhere else. So you're going to want you to pay £100 essentially for this figure.
Eric Rowan.
No,
Baron Corbin.
no.
Dolph Ziggler.
Wait, no, it's not Dolph Ziggler, but I'll give you all. We'll give you both one more guess. It's somebody that's not. He has had a figure before, but he's not had a figure in his current form. I'll say.
Jack Gallagher.
No.
No, he's on 205 Live.
He has got a figure out currently.
Who's that?
Is it in his current form though?
I don't know.
He wears a suit now, doesn't he?
Mojo Rawley.
No, that's a good shout. Jinder Mahal.
Oh God.
Jinder Mahal.
So you've got to get Carlos Jinder Mahal. You've got to buy the ring.
Oh, it won't be happening.
Does it
You
come
haven't
with
got it though,
robes
have you,
and
mate?
stuff?
You've not got it.
I've got the 3MB.
Yeah, you
Jinder
haven't
Mahal,
got it.
which is
You haven't
Jinder
got
Mahal
this one.
in the
There.
good.
You've got a different one though, innit? You haven't got this one.
Does it come with robes and stuff? Or
It comes with his turban.
Oh, it comes with a turban. You love turbans. You bloody love turbans.
Do I?
Yeah, apparently.
I've got one on.
I told you that's culturally insensitive, Daryl. You shouldn't wear that. You're gonna have to get it though, aren't you? Yeah.
No, I'm not spending 100
yeah,
quid.
Yeah, buy it.
No.
What? Never mind. We'll wear him down. It's fine. Yeah. So the worst thing on Raw was, by the way, that thing on Raw. By the way, this you know how they added to the people to the match. I only watched Raw. I didn't watch whatever happened afterwards, and I only found out from you two that they'd done what they'd done because you know what happened at the end of Raw? They did the double pin, right? And they went, "Oh, I won. No, I won." And they went, "Who's going into the chamber?" End of show. They didn't go, "Oh God, we're going to have to go to the WWE network," which they have done once or twice, I think. Like when Sting spoke for a bit.
Yeah, they really don't use the network for that, do they? You'd think they would.
They have, but I can get why they don't, because like USA would be annoyed because they'd be like, "Well, so you're putting the most important moments on your thing, not ours." Well, you can sod off with that, you know. But yeah, I had no idea that had actually happened until I think Dan told me the next day.
yeah, it was like on Facebook Live.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Great.
Yeah,
You know what was good on Raw?
Go on.
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman and Elias.
Shockingly, somehow, Braun Strowman was once again the best thing on Raw. Right. Why are they doing the Roman Reigns thing?
What do you mean?
Why is Braun Strowman not the king of everything?
Do you not think it were a bit too comedic?
No.
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 He's still kind of threatening while
He
he's being
smacked
comedic.
him with it. He smacked him with a cello, Daryl. What's not to love?
After singing quite well.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be too comedic. I was like, oh God, what are they doing here? They're trying to make him funny. And then he smacked him with a cello in the back.
I think this is a step away from suffering succotash.
Yeah, but he's not there, is he?
No.
I also
I fear that Vince will be like, oh, Vince will see this and be like, they could be funny.
He can be funny. Look at that comedy.
dress him up as Baby New Year.
He's like Santino.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh, he's going to dress him
I
like a nappy, isn't he?
I didn't really get the get these hands thing, what he wears on his shirt and stuff, until this song. I was like, oh, okay, I understand it now. So that it played that part for me.
Yeah, he's making that terrible catchphrase work as well. So
Yeah. Get these hands.
Yeah.
I mean, his past catchphrase was just his name, weren't it? Really loud.
Oh, and I'm Not Finished With You, which
Yeah,
he
that-
put into the song as well.
that would. was a
Did you
better
see him
catchphrase.
on Mix Max Challenge?
No.
So there was a really great in-ring bit with him and Alexa where they do the promo afterwards, and Alexa said, and me and Braun are going to go all the way. And Braun played it perfectly because he stood there with this big smile like, oh. And then she like looked up at him and then went, in the tournament. And he went, oh, yeah, of course.
See, he's got comedy show. He's got the full package.
Vince does not watch Mixed Match Challenge.
No,
he
not a
doesn't.
chance.
That's true now.
Did you see Rusev's...
What's Facebook?
Do Wrestle Fashions, right, please?
Wrestle fashion.
Did you see Rusev's attire?
Yeah.
It was a matching leotard for...
That is excellent.
Seriously, Rusev on SmackDown, Braun Strowman on Raw, they should be the top guys.
Yeah, look at him.
AJ Styles.
Look at what he's doing there. It's like, oh, Rusev's the same. He's not the same. Braun's better.
Rusev is over.
Braun's
as hell.
better, though. Rusev is over.
No.
Braun is a little better. I'll give you that.
Rusev's over, but the second they turn him face, he'll lose it. So.
Yeah, because once they Yeah, that's what happens because once they turn in face, be like, "Oh, hey everyone, it's Rusev Day! Chant Rusev Day! Chant Rusev Day!" Everyone like, well, we don't care.
Yeah.
He's there going,
When he has his feud with Aiden English.
oh.
Oh, now it's English Day. That'll definitely be a thing, won't it? Like they'll split up.
EDL will get involved.
They've got a pass with Eastern Europeans.
I'm going on a march, right? Because I want.
Angle there.
I want.
EDL spokesperson Kurt Angle.
So EDL spokesperson Kurt Angle. I'm taking part in English Day because we don't want Bulgarians coming over here and taking our English Day.
Coming over here, taking all our careers,
I'm Kurt Angle.
taking all his trades over.
And all I'm saying is that my delivery is better than Kurt Angle's delivery. Real Kurt Angle's delivery.
Yeah.
Even though mine doesn't sound like his.
It's because all of your neck works correctly.
Yeah. There is that.
Yeah,
that is true.
It might have had an effect on his vocal cords.
Yeah. Using my Yorkshire accent, I can tell you that was wrestling in Sheffield this week. Now, we tried. Yeah, we tried, didn't we? We tried so hard.
We tried. I tweeted, and then that was it.
That's close enough. I even went to Meadowhall to look for like the 5-star equivalent of you and Bam off of 1VW.
I don't know anybody.
Who would just be wandering around Asda going, "Do you want the free wrestling tickets? Do you want the free?" I should have gone to IKEA. What an idiot.
I've been to IKEA.
Everyone knows that the Swedish love wrestling.
Yeah. And meatballs.
Yeah. But mostly wrestling.
Yeah.
No, mostly meatballs. But yeah 5-star from Sheffield. Grado was there.
I haven't seen it because my Skybox isn't working.
Colt Cabana was there because, they need more imports.
Yeah, well, where they don't, do they?
No. Did you see Jack Swagger's promo, Daryl?
I've not watched it, mate.
Yeah, Jack Swagger's promo was really bad.
Was it?
Which is why I'm really upset because I wish you'd been there to just... Because you would have persistently cheered regardless of what was going on and you would have clearly heard your voice because no one was making any noise. You would have heard you going, "Yeah, come on, Jack Swagger." It's like, it's Jake Hager. It's like, "Yeah, come on, Swagger, come on."
I'm not, right.
Have you ever seen Jack Swagger and Harry Kane in the same room? Just saying.
Why do you think that they thought having Jack Swagger as like the top? Like, I'm not involved in this, so like, why did they think that would be a good idea?
Maybe they were hoping to draw only you.
And it didn't work, did it?
No.
I was only going if there was a free ticket.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Why have they got so many people? Why are they flying Rey Mysterio in every week?
Because they think they're Raw. They literally think they're Raw.
They do though, don't
they?
they?
A live arena tour every week. The reason nobody does that in the UK is because one, nobody's over enough to draw a live arena, and two, America's so big, like you could go to one end of the country and the other. Whereas, like, if I don't know, like, when WWE do their TV tapings in London, people travel from all over UK to go to London because we're a small country.
Yeah, they're going to Leeds soon.
It's
like
stupid.
20. Yeah, exactly. 20 minutes down the road from Sheffield.
Yeah,
theoretically.
So, like, well, if they did one show in Yorkshire, I'm not saying that they'd have drawn a lot better, but like people that were bothered about it, seeing Rey Mysterio, people from Leeds would have travelled to Sheffield or vice versa.
Yeah.
But because...
I mean, I wouldn't have gone to Leeds, but that's a personal choice.
Well, yeah, because we all like Leeds go.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Especially you. Yeah, you. You know we're talking about you. Go on, carry on.
I think I've finished my point.
Joe Hendry. Well, he's qualified for the Commonwealth Games, hasn't he?
Has he?
Genuinely, he's qualified in the amateur wrestling for the Commonwealth Games.
Right.
So he's the commentator for 5-star.
Is he?
They did capitalise on it by putting him in the ring this week, and he beat Dave Mastiff's mate, Big Grizzly.
Oh yeah, Big Grizz. Yeah.
Big Grizz. There you go.
He's called Big Grizzly a bit.
That's your cool nickname because you're friends.
I don't know him now.
Yeah, friends, personal friends. Yeah, personal friendship.
I always hear him referred to as Big
Grizz. I do
Grizz.
know Big Grizzly.
He teams with Robbie in Southside sometimes.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know Robbie.
We trained with him.
Yeah.
And look at us now.
Yeah. We used to be on the same roster as the 205 Live general manager Drake Maverick.
You think he's going to enter the tournament?
Oh, I'd not thought about that. Maybe, probably not. Jack Gallagher's in next week, and he's been told to stop wrestling in a suit. I figured you would like that.
Yeah, I saw that promo.
Yeah,
I thought that was good.
Right, I like the way they framed it as well. He was like, "Why don't you get some proper gear? You look like you're taking you're ruining 205 Live. Otherwise, you're fired."
Do you think he'll still carry his brolly down?
Yeah, he'll probably bring some of those old tricks out. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quietly turn him into a face. Why not? Michael Elgin. Michael Elgin. Michael Elgin has signed a new 2-year deal with New Japan.
It's not the only thing that
This
it's
is-
not the only contract he's worked out this week, is it?
Let's slow down a minute. Do you remember, listeners, when Dan went on that explicit rant about Dave Meltzer and cancelled his Wrestling Observer subscription?
Yes. That's the listeners.
Do you still have a New Japan subscription?
Yeah.
Will you be cancelling it?
Yeah. Oh.
Because they want to employ Michael Elgin.
And have for another 2 years.
Yeah, it's hypocrisy, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not going to cancel it, is he? G1 soon.
Oh, God.
New Japan Cup, whatever it is.
Yeah. What about when he
World
wins the
Tag
new...
League.
What about when he
other
wins...
tournaments?
It's not like the money. Well, I was going to say it's not like the money's going directly to him, but a portion of it is, isn't it?
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, it's hypocrisy.
I've heard from Gado that they're using all your subscription to pay part of his contract. That's what he told me. He lifted his little bandana up. I thought, look at me when you talk to me, mate. Like, it's rude. So he lifted his bandana up and he said it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked if I could swear in this segment, so I'm really struggling for things to say because of the other thing he did this week, which was to...
What other thing did he do?
he's filed a lawsuit against that woman.
You know the girl who posts all the screenshots of him being like an absolute...
I mean, I didn't read the screenshots, but okay, carry on. Yeah.
Absolute idiot. I'm really trying hard not to swear. She posted all the screenshots and stuff and like showed everyone like what type of awful person he is. He's put a lawsuit in against her for loss of earnings and defamation.
Yeah?
Yeah. F that effing C.
What earnings has he lost?
I don't
He's
know.
got a new 2-year contract with New Japan, who clearly don't care. So well done, New Japan.
It's that thing with Japan, like it's the bad part of Japanese culture where it's very misogynistic in Japan.
Yeah.
Very like
Yeah.
women are just objects there. It's
Remember that time that Maria was in New Japan and most of what they did was filming her ass?
yeah. It was Maria's backside was there, but they didn't really film much else of her.
You know there's other women that are in New Japan?
Tokyo Barbie.
No, I didn't know that they had any because they don't promote any.
And then there's the girl who hangs around with Tai Chi, who her one characteristic is she's an nymphomaniac.
Yeah, good, yeah.
They're really respectful to women over there. It's
Are you looking forward to covering Honor Rising? Is it Honor Rising? What's it called?
Yeah, on a rising.
There you go.
Yeah, I was hoping to live tweet it because the main event is the first tag team of Golden Lovers versus Cody and Marty Scurll.
See, even when they've got lovers, they don't want any of them to be women because they don't want women in their promotion. Sexist. Yeah.
See if they hit the golden shower.
Oh, that's one of their actual moves, Daryl.
Their tag team finish was the golden shower.
Oh.
It's both of them doing a 450.
I know what a golden shower is. You don't need to get into good detail.
But yeah, F Michael Elgin.
Who?
He is a effing...
Yes.
Yeah.
You're deflecting, though, aren't you, really?
I know, like, it's a...
hard-hitting journalism, Daryl.
Because...
Yeah, I'm a hypocrite. I'm going to
because-
keep my New Japan world, and he's there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch his matches.
What if he becomes a champion and he has really good matches with people?
I don't see him becoming a champion.
What if he has
anytime
really good
soon.
matches with people? What if he wrestles all your favourites?
Oh, no,
Who's your
favourite
favourite?
matches.
Who's your favourite? Is it Naito?
Naito's one of it. Probably Suzuki at the moment.
What if he has like a feud with one of them two?
If you'd with
Suzuki's
Suzuki
got a
last
title,
year,
so he could have a title match with Suzuki.
Yeah.
if you'd with Suzuki last year and Suzuki pagged him, so
Because
Coming back for
you've got a little
seconds.
bit
Yeah.
of a moral dilemma there.
Beat some women on the way.
I mean, I was one of only like 3 people who walked out when Bram wrestled for Southside, but so yeah, I'm
That one, that's Bram, and 2, that's Southside.
I'm going Southside next week.
Why? I'll slag him off on air. Why?
See Rich Swan.
That's Bob Ollie.
Bob Holly is actually at Southside, though.
Is he performing a Sparky plug?
No,
Not interested.
Next, move on. God, we don't have any more news to talk about.
we're gonna have to get on to Super.
Are we
Ah.
ending the show then?
Yeah, we should, but we're not going to, are we? Because what do? Do we just run through, or are we going to...
We can go through it.
Are we going to run through, or are we going to break?
We're gonna
That's the
break.
question. Okay, well...
Let people, if you haven't watched Super Tape 3, you don't really have to.
Just come back. Look, honestly, right, next week's show will be much better. We're going to come up with something really good.
I'm quite concerned
Why?
because last week I thought we did a really good show.
Yeah.
So much so that I promoted it on Facebook and paid for an ad.
Yep.
And then if that's going to get any new listeners, and I think, well, I'm not listening to all show, I download the latest one, and we're coming back with such a banger of Super Tape 3.
Do you know what, right? If you want to hear us break down something that's absolutely terrible, then by all means, we will rip it down and we'll rip it to shreds, okay? That's what we can do. If you'd rather just, enjoy our gentle comedy and our ripping of Dolph Ziggler and other such things, then that will definitely return next week. But if you want to hear us absolutely rip something to shreds off of the past and stuff, then listen to our review of Super Tape 3 after this particular break.
The Royal Grumble Podcast. You can't slander the dead.
The best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousine, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want. The Nature Boy!
Super tapes. Super tapes. Two things that go together to provide one falsehood of a name.
It goes well together 3 times.
With the World Wrestling Federation Super Tape 3. Now, I was worried because I hadn't seen Super Tape 1 and 2, so I didn't know if I'd follow the story. But it turns out, no, it's just a bunch of wrestling matches. Yeah.
Well, there was the tie around bits because somewhere Lord Alfred Hayes got his pilot's license.
Yes.
I think there might have been in 2.
Why were they in a plane?
Good. Yes, we're starting with this. Good. I don't know. I don't have an answer to why they were in the plane.
So Lord Alfred Hayes
I'm sick of these mother effing presenters on this mother effing plane.
Lord Alfred Hayes was back to the camera for the entire show.
Because he couldn't be bothered. Could he?
Just knocked out like 6 of these in one day.
Would you want your face on Super Tape 3? Having watched Super Tape 3?
That's why Sean Mooney has to live in the warehouse now.
Yeah, so this is Coliseum video. Like, I don't know if... I hope that some people are listening to this having never seen anything from Coliseum video. Because realistically, I'd never seen anything from Coliseum video until I watched this.
Oh yeah, because
I was a newbie. Exactly, I'm a Silvervision child.
I had the Best of the Bulldogs and a few others. WWF Mania.
I never had any of these.
Really?
Yeah. I never
you were
had
watching
any
at the time as well.
Hulk Hogan, American Hero.
Not this time, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? But like 93, 94 or
I
whatever.
didn't start getting tapes and stuff, so I was a little bit older. So
Was that Silvervision?
Yeah.
You've got a bunch of like the original DVDs, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like off the proper like valuable ones.
Yeah.
Not be very valuable now that they've made a network though, are they?
No.
Well,
It's nice to have a little collection though.
right, good. Yeah. Got Invasion on DVD, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got all the.
How did you get that again? See, I remember how you got it. I don't know if you remember how you got it.
I know where I got it from. Tell me how I got it.
Wasn't it payment for something?
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just went, I'll just have that for free.
Payment for what?
Oh, when I worked at the one-up game shop, I got a store credit, or I could get. I think it was. I can't remember if it was like 10 cash or 20 store credit, and I just used to get a store credit. I used to live down with my mum and dad, so I just got a store credit.
Yeah. And then he'd signed over his PayPal, and boom, that's how 1PW was founded.
I part paid for my world title replica belt from like saving up weeks of store credit. Because when I started, I was like, am I allowed to save up my store credit? I have to use 20 each week. If they were smart, they said use 20 each week.
Yeah.
But they went, no, you can save it up. I was like, oh, brilliant.
Yeah, why not?
I just saved up a few weeks. Then part paid for a belt.
Nice little Bunsen.
Yeah.
Bunsen burner. Nice little burner. That's good.
So the first segment on Supercard 3.
Super Tape 3.
Super Tape 3.
Super Tape, big difference.
I'm going to change this now because I've written Supercard.
He's
no.
getting excited for Super Card of Honor, isn't he?
Obviously, yeah. I wish it was a super card because this is not a super card. Maybe it's wrapped in super card because these used to come in cardboard, didn't they? Cardboard sleeves.
Some of them, yeah.
Super Tape was a type of cassette tape rather than a VHS. It was Super SUPA.
But this is super SUPR.
Yeah. Get around copyright, innit?
Yeah.
But can you remember what the first segment was?
No.
Well, it wasn't a match.
Wasn't it the plane? Was it not the plane?
No, the first segment they introduced was Sean Mooney legitimately says, let's see some little guys. And I thought, Daryl was going to love this. We're going to start with a midgets match.
Defend the midgets.
It was 2 adverts for the WWE action figures and wrestling ring sets.
Yeah, so I did love it.
Yeah, he ended up liking it. But
Jesse Ventura in it.
would you rather have had
Jesse Ventura.
those adverts or some little guys wrestling?
I mean,
It'd probably had a DQ
if
finish.
there's one thing I love more than midgets, it's wrestling figures, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, see, there you go.
In the rankings of things I love,
What
it's- in the things in the world that I love, it's wrestling figures, my girlfriend, the midgets.
Well, if it like Max Mini advertising the figures.
What if it was?
Oh, that's-
What if it was? Yeah, what if it was like midgets playing with the figures?
Mini Vader stood next to a Vader.
By the
figure.
way, if you first listened to us for the first time last week, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't apologise enough for what we've done. Look, trust me, next week's show will be so much better than this.
What are we doing next week?
I don't know, but it can't be any worse. It literally can't. This is the bottom of the... We've gone from like a quality show last week with 2008 No Way Out to whatever this is. This is what happens when you go too far in the past. Okay, you know what, kids? Right? Nostalgia isn't great. That's there, I said it, okay? It's just okay. Maybe it's not even that.
We're trying though.
We're very trying. Very trying.
Yeah.
Something I noticed about the wrestling figure advert is, do you not think all the faces on the wrestling figures looked like spot on?
They did quite well with them, considering like.
Bear in
what they
mind
were
how long ago it was, and
Yeah.
like today, sometimes they look rubbish.
Yeah, like the Nakamura one that looks like Scott Hall in middle of his worst times.
They've updated the Nakamura. There's a
Oh,
better
good.
Nakamura one
There's a
now,
better
but yeah, I see your point. Yeah,
What about the Tyler Bate one? That one looks weird.
it does, doesn't it? But the thing is, with that, somebody's repainted it, and when they've added like contouring and detail into it,
Right.
it looks like spot on.
Okay.
But they've obviously molded his face and just
Yeah.
put a flat skin tone on it, so
Yeah,
it
it's
looks weird.
just gone
So he does look
basic.
weird. I do concede that, but
Yeah.
The cards. This started off strong. The super tape.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the match,
it
what
was
it is.
very house show, weren't it?
Well, it's all it's all very house show, isn't it? Well, the first match is the Intercontinental Championship match between the Texas Tornado and Mr. Perfect.
I've got a question for
current champion Texas Tornado.
I've
I
got a
should
question.
mention.
Yep.
How many legs does Texas Tornado have?
One.
I meant feet. He's definitely got a leg.
Oh,
hasn't he?
yeah, it's true. He's got 2 legs, 1 feet,
Yeah.
1 foot. Feet's plural. Carry
So, yeah,
on.
this is Texas Tornado, the current IC champion.
Mhm.
I'm making sure I mention that versus Mr. Perfect. Many rest holds. This match was a rest hold.
It was from the Maple Leaf Gardens, though, so, Canada, so why try? Oh, sorry, Canada. You're all right. Yeah.
Something that confused me about this is that they constantly refer to him as Texas Tornado, but he's still got Kerry on his boots.
Yeah, it is a bit weird, but they were always a bit like that, weren't they? I've seen
Yeah,
some...
Oh, yeah, there's a commentary with Roddy Piper where he basically just says, I don't know why they call him Texas Tornado because it's Kerry Von Erich.
But then, wasn't this around the time they had Ricky Steamboat back, but they only called him the Dragon? And like all sorts of weird stuff like that.
Probably.
People who were known by other names, but they're like it's a bit like when they brought like indie wrestlers in about 5 or 6 years ago, and they're like, here comes Johnny Boots and Tights. I can't think of any examples. Cassius Ohno's here.
It is a question for you.
Finn Balor is here.
Based on that, with like
Hideo Itami.
Texas Tornado and stuff, what names did Vince McMahon pitch when Ric Flair was coming in?
Wiggy McRobe Man.
Wait, so in 92?
Well, yeah, so like, how we were just saying about how Ricky Steamboat was called just the Dragon and we had Texas Tornado and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think Vince McMahon pitched some names for Ric Flair?
I'll tell you for why,
No,
because
he's
I think
too big,
it's the
isn't
massive Ric Flair mark, isn't he?
Yeah.
Even that's the exception that proves the rule.
Robe Man.
No one is too big except Ric Flair, who is blatantly... Look, Ric Flair is such a big deal that they were willing to bring him in on their television. And this is, admittedly, this is like super fragile Vince, but they were willing to bring him in on their television and go, this is the real world champion. Even though he was still not really treated as such, it was still, they were happy for someone to actually say that.
Yeah.
When they bought WCW and owned it, they didn't want anyone admitting that Booker T was a world champion, so it was the WCW champion.
I'm just trying anything to make this second half entertaining.
Well, I mean, tell you what's entertaining: bleeding from a sleeper hold.
Yeah.
That happened in this match. Why is he bleeding for a sleeper hold?
Extreme Sleeper.
Oh, sorry, silly me. What is?
Do you think Kerry Von Erich did a roughneck and had his blade in his wrist tape, but it was slightly protruding, so it was just cutting people up or cutting himself up?
I thought you meant refusing his job.
Do you know Roughneck's the WAW champion?
Is he?
Yeah, he is, seriously. By the way, that's part of the reason why it's probably best we didn't go to 5-star, because the UK hooligans were in town, and we said some pretty bad things about Paige in the past.
No, I have.
Okay, okay. Well, I was being kind. You said some pretty bad things about Paige in the past, which I don't think they would have appreciated. So if they could literally see a banner with our name on, which we have, might not have been the best idea.
Yeah, it'd been fine.
Yeah, would it?
Well, there were two of them, and there'd be three of us.
Have you seen them? One of them was an actual prison.
He's not allowed to play any sort of professional football because he headbutted a referee in a game.
He's banned.
All right, then. Here's one for you. So, do you know that Jack Jester were booked for the week previous?
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah. And they cancelled the booking because he was
Too unpredictable
for live TV.
Even though he was in their titles. He was in their title sequence, but he's too unpredictable for their TV.
I did enjoy when he was in the original ICW documentary, and afterwards the Scottish Sun posted all these things about, this guy in this documentary goes to sex dungeons, and he was like, yeah, that's what I do.
It's like, This is wrestling. That's perhaps one of the least sleazy things about it. If anything, people are glad I've got a hobby.
It's all consensual there. It's fine. This match ended by DQ.
Yep.
Count it.
Well, count out, really.
Well, there's two counts we should do throughout
Count
this.
out.
Oh, it was count out, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So, non-finishers at one count, and secondly, slightly morbid, death count.
Okay, well, both of these are death.
So,
right? So
two.
I was started off.
Two in the death count.
2 death, 1 non-finish.
Yeah.
This isn't even the match where Texas Tornado does his tornado punch and Perfect bonks the wrong way. Because that's another match. Apparently, like I've read up on this, apparently there's a lot of Coliseum videos with this match on, but from different places. And this isn't even the one where he bonks the wrong way. So
there's nothing interesting to say about it.
No, nothing interesting to say about it. Move on.
Barbarian versus Jimmy Snuka.
Good God.
Barbarian.
Right, so how many deaths are we counting for Jimmy Snuka? Because, I mean, he's dead, and so is, well...
so is the woman he killed, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Do we have to say allegedly?
No, because you can't slander the dead.
That's true.
Good thing I've already put that in on the break earlier, because I knew this was coming.
This isn't a non-finish, but is a dodgy finish. Does that count?
So the Barbarian is, I guess so, but he's 300 pounds of muscle and bone, giving him all the protective skills. That's a near quote from Lord Alfred Hayes.
Lord Alfred Hayes.
Muscle and bone.
Thanks, Alfred. He's annoying, isn't he? Like,
he just doesn't give a crap, does he?
He doesn't care. And he's just... He's a weird voice to hear after many years. No, he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong to not care, but it's just quite obvious that he doesn't.
The other thing during this match on the commentary is they mention the fact Mr. Perfect is apparently the IC champion again.
Splendid.
They just talk about him being IC champ again, even though he was just in a match for the IC title and didn't win.
Didn't win the title. Didn't win the title.
But on the commentary on this, showing that they were all taped random points. Oh yeah, he's champion.
Oh God.
This Barbarian gets the win with the feet on the ropes. Also, Jimmy Snuka was wearing black rather than his usual gear.
Mourning the death, weren't he?
Was this before or afterwards?
Was he mourning? I mean, he's basically, according to the rumors, he's basically an animal man. He doesn't understand what's going on, does he, police?
That's what he said on the briefcase Vince McMahon gave the police. Allegedly.
Oh, yeah, the famous briefcase. God.
So that's...
Earthquake versus Tugboat. I thought you'd be excited by this, Daryl.
Well, I was excited, but then the bell rang, didn't it?
Oh.
We had to watch this match.
Tugboat.
What is with Tugboat's face, right? Why does Tugboat pull a face when he's doing a headlock? He pulls a face when he's got a headlock. But he's got a headlock on Earthquake, and he looks like he's going, "Oh, it really hurts me."
He's straining it. Okay. He's straining every muscle he's got.
You put some money in that jar. You get it.
No, it picked up.
Yeah.
Because you went into Graham's mic.
Yeah, cheers. He's literally left the room. I wish I could leave the room, but I have a sense of professionalism about this.
So this is bad. This is one more to add to the deaths, and one more to add to dodgy finishes as it finished by DQ when Dino Bravo stopped Tugboat winning.
Which one's not dead?
Tugboat's alive.
Is he?
Yeah, still going. Oh, Dino Bravo's dead as well, so there's two.
There you go, whack him in. Yeah, good. Tugboat did a drop kick.
Yeah, he did.
Earthquake did a drop kick. There's drop kicks all over this place.
I like Earthquake.
Yeah,
I'll always have a soft spot for Earthquake and Typhoon.
It was a heavy. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Earthquake and Typhoon, natural disasters, better than better than this match.
Or when
That
I'm back, I
smells.
do-
What have you done? Oh my God, that stinks.
Oh, I just blew my nose.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, well, something smells then. Okay,
Earthquake
maybe
did a
it's
match
me.
in Japan when WWF co-promoted a show with, I think it was New Japan, but it might have been All Japan. And the guy who he was wrestling shot on him. And it ended up in this fight where the guy who was wrestling kept shouting, "Pro wrestling isn't real." and
Lovely.
trying to beat up Earthquake.
Grand.
was the highlight of that show.
Is the show over now?
No, we're about to do the Legion of Doom and Ultimate Warrior against Demolition.
So in this, there's
Sounds good on paper, doesn't it?
Yeah. Isn't this
Three.
like one of the very few moments where actually Axe and Smash are in with the Legion of Doom at any given point?
Yeah, because as we see in the tag match later,
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of
the new
substitution,
Legion.
isn't there?
So this,
Not the Legion, the new Demolition, isn't it?
oh yeah.
God.
On the way to the ring, Warrior shoulder barged a photographer over.
Yeah, I saw that. He absolutely knocked the guy in his backside.
You see his photographer go flying. It's the best.
Flies about a foot up in the air.
A Warrior just didn't even flinch in full speed through the guy. That's the best part of the match. Another thing, whenever there's tag matches on this, you'll see this in the next one too. They go very quickly from the heat to the finish. It's literally like hot tag, blah, 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 blah. It was literally like 30 seconds.
Yep.
And Warrior gets the pin. So there's Warrior, Hawk, and is Crush dead? Crush is dead. Isn't he?
Crush is dead.
Yeah, the other two are still alive.
Kona Crush.
We got a Legion of Doom promo after this.
Yeah, that's what we want, is a Legion of Doom promo.
You know what, Legion of Doom were always really hyped up in the promos.
Yeah.
This one, they weren't as hyped up.
No, it's because it's super tape and they don't care.
Like, oh, we need you to do a thing for a Coliseum video. What's a Coliseum video? What a rush.
What a rush. What a mild rush.
So,
What's a mild rush? What a gentle jog.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
No, not really.
slight dizziness.
What a slight crowding. Yeah.
You know when you stand up too quick rather than like,
what a head
forward,
rush.
It's like,
There you go.
it's more like, oh, bit dizzy.
What a very short, brief period of dizziness. Didn't catch on that one somehow.
So this is Demolition Mr. Fuji. They don't explain why Axe is gone.
Nah.
No, Mr.
Why
Fuji's
was he
there.
gone? Wasn't he there was somewhat with him?
Did he become the Repo Man around here? Yeah, he did. He became the Repo Man around this point.
But I think there was something up with him as well. I can't remember what it was, but there's something up with him. Some reason why he wasn't. I
Because
can't
he
remember.
was the Repo Man in '92.
Yeah.
So yeah, this match, LOD win with a shoulder barge. So we get two actual finishes in a row.
Yeah, I was about to say this is two clean finishes in a row.
That's not bad, is it?
Great. So on the clean finish counter.
The next bit is what was probably Daryl's highlight of the show. Lord Alfred Hayes does a feature on Shane Douglas.
Yes. Ooh. It's the franchise, Shane Douglas.
Innovative, respected by veterans.
I'm using my
The blue eyes and rugged good looks of Shane Douglas.
I'm using my salary from the management job at Target to buy Mega Drive games.
Confused about the timeline for this.
Yeah, I did. When-
This show was in 90. This was all 91.
Did he wrestle
I
as
think,
Shane
no,
Douglas
1990.
Because I only knew him wrestling as Dean Douglas.
Yeah, he was in WWF as like a young, well, not a jobber, but
White meat babyface.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't know this.
Yeah, and then he went to WWF.
I didn't know it until I saw this either. I didn't know that. No, I thought he was only Dean Douglas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's always complaining about WWF and that, isn't he? I remember once I saw a thing that went, Shane Douglas was on Raw, and I was like, that's really weird. Why was Shane... Turned out he was in the crowd. He was in the
Yeah,
crowd.
we've all been on Raw if you
Well,
want to do
exactly.
that.
He was in the crowd wearing a franchise T-shirt, and he stood up during Raw.
Oh, I remember that.
No one knew who he was. But, like, I read it in it was like Shane Douglas appearance on Raw. I was like, that's a really weird choice, but wow, okay, that's quite interesting. Oh, no, he's just in the crowd. Look, I'm Shane Douglas, haha. Ooh, it's the franchise Shane Douglas.
One of the things I liked on this little segment was the fact that they did the thing where Lord Alfred Hayes broke down his moveset. I kind of like that.
It's basically like that top 10 moves series on YouTube.
Yeah, I quite like that they did
Except with
that.
Alfred Hayes almost caring.
They could have done it with someone who people would actually buy a video for at the time.
Shouted a lot, though, didn't he?
Yeah. Next up,
Oh, tell you what, speaking of nearly men, Marty Jannetty versus Paul Roma. The worst parts of their
the
own
Marty
tag
Jannetty of the
teams.
Four Horsemen versus Marty
house
Jannetty.
show. This is where everyone goes out and like goes to the toilet.
Definitely,
gets some food,
Got
that
some
kind of
snacks,
thing.
yeah, it goes.
Everyone goes to buy the Shawn Michaels t-shirt.
Yes, okay, yeah.
Hercules
Everyone goes
at
and buys the
ringside.
last. Everyone goes and buys the last CM Punk t-shirt. Oh no, wait, no, that was just us. Jokes for just us. That's what we're. Because I'm assuming no one's listening by this point. Because no one would possibly want to watch Marty Jannetty versus Paul Roma.
So Paul Roma's still alive, and Marty Jannetty is definitely still alive.
yeah.
And the blood is still pumping
Is it?
for his daughter.
I was going to say, is he getting
Not
off his
his
daughter
daughter.
yet? But, well, not his daughter. They held off because that's just wrong. But damn, she hot though. Wasn't it something like that?
Yeah. How about you tweet us if you made it this far with hashtag damn she hot though?
Please do, please.
So
really
we have
lads.
Hercules is dead. I think. Yeah, but we get a dodgy finish in this match too. The ref doesn't DQ Roma for Hercules breaking up a pin, and then when Marty goes for a power slam, they do the Rude Warrior finish with Hercules holding down Jannetty's feet
Yeah. Why does Lord Alfred Hayes keep calling Hercules power?
because they're power and glory.
But he's Hercules.
Yeah, I know.
He's the power half.
But it's not.
Yeah.
But it's not Jannetty versus Glory. It's Jannetty versus Paul Roma. So why is he power on the outside? It's power and Paul. That doesn't sound good, does it?
Yeah, he does that.
Oh,
Power Roma.
Double
I'd rather
P.
see power and Paul.
Yeah.
That would be a better team.
We get another great little thing here. It's the fan favourite match.
Fan favourite match.
The Humphreys.
What
We
was
want to
it?
see the Big Boss Man versus Ted DiBiase.
Of all the matches you could pick, like,
Was it just me who noticed that the Big Boss Man's buttons were undone?
There were a lot at this time.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you know, he's not even bothered to.
He's a
button.
hard-working man from Georgia.
Yeah, but if he's the fan favourite, he should button his shirt up. Come on, you'd be kicked out of the prison service for that.
I know he's off shift now. He's wrestling off
Yeah,
shift,
but
isn't
I
he?
mean, you know, show some decorum.
It's like when you get to end your shift and you unbutton your top thing, loosen your tie a bit, relax. That's what he's doing.
DiBiase's got a bit of the Noel Edmonds about him, hasn't he?
Well,
I don't think he believes in a box that cures cancer.
did he make his own radio station just to have a go at Lloyd's Bank? That's a real thing that Noel Edmonds did. That's not big
Does
By
he-
the way, Noel, if you're out there, come on the Royal Grumble. Like we'll go on your radio station. What's his radio station called?
Positively Noel.
That's what we'll go on Positively Noel.
we'll do a review show of Bonkers Britain, that show he did once.
the Royal
which is
Grumble
just really
on,
weird.
on Positively Noel. Like you've got to give him a break for some time, haven't you? You know, from slagging off Lloyd's Bank.
I've got a friend who, you know, when Operation U-Tree was like at its peak.
Oh, right, whoa. He's not dead.
No, I know. No,
be
but my
careful,
friend
yeah.
actually did put on with a bookie that he was going to be done for it, and he never did.
No.
Right.
So either
Okay, just to clarify,
Yeah.
I, Daryl, I'm not speaking for anybody else on this show, do not believe Noel Edmonds would have been part of Operation U-Tree
I,
for legal
Graham,
reasons.
it might have helped him out because he was around in the 80s. I mean, the
Graham,
police.
I have to concur with Daryl's statement. I would legally have to say the same for my family and friends.
Dan
Except
says
Dan.
allegedly.
Dan can say what he wants. I mean, he say what he wants.
Virgil gets involved, leading to a DQ.
Virgil.
Oh yeah, so Virgil gets involved, and the $1 Million Man wins by DQ because the boss man attacked Virgil on the ring apron.
Yeah, I never understand that.
Even the commentators struggle with it.
Well, like, Alvarez always gets annoyed with this on wrestling. It's like, oh, well, the guy came in and there's no DQ. It's like, no, well, there's no disqualification unless they get attacked by him. Mr. Spock is half human, half Vulcan. I had to go home and get a book. Next.
So they have the WWF Outrageous Hits, which is just lots of clotheslines and drop kicks.
These are really outrageous. I was outraged. At this point, I turned it off. I was that outraged.
There was a DDT in there too at one point.
This is outrageous. This is contagious. Wow. So
It was the inspiration for many
futile.
backyard video highlight videos.
Yep.
And then we get our main event of the video.
And now you find out why Mr. Perfect is the Intercontinental Champion.
They just randomly mention it.
Because he needed to be for this match.
Yep, Mr. Perfect with Bobby Heenan this time.
Yep.
Versus Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah. From Utica, New York.
How How do you think this match finishes? Let's just straight to that.
Guess how it finishes. Guess who's involved in the finish. Guess.
Bobby Healy gets involved.
Yeah,
It's a DQ.
Yeah, it's a DQ.
Jake the Snake wins by DQ when Heenan attacks Roberts when he goes to the DDT.
Yeah.
Afterwards, Perfect tries to Perfect Plex Jake the Snake on top of Damien the Snake. Roberts reverses it into a DDT. Heenan runs as Jake takes Damien out of the bag, but then Heenan runs back and saves Mr. Perfect from the Snake. So we don't even get the Snake on Mr. Perfect at the end. Just Jake the Snake stood there with Damien out, just going, yeah.
Yeah,
I just realised how close that is to his appearance when he was drunk on that wrestling
it's
show.
one step away from Legends of
get-
Wrestling, isn't it?
Yeah.
when he threatened to pull his
The snake
Damien
is
out.
my willy, said Jake the Snake Roberts. Terrifying.
The tape ends with Mooney and Lord Alfred Hayes in the plane once more, and Mooney shouts, "Payday, payday!"
Sorry. Completely unrelated to anything. Road Dogg's been asked about a tweet he made in 2011,
Oh, what?
and he's apologised for it. A
What did he say?
tweet that says, "Billy Gunn is gay."
Was that real?
2011, yeah, it was real.
I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Somebody screenshot. Well, obviously they screenshot him. I didn't know if they had or they just photoshopped it.
Yep. No, it was real, and he apologised for it. So
Yeah, but why? What if he's gay?
well,
Is he not?
clearly he's not.
Oh, okay.
He likes to stick him.
But his excuse was,
Well, he's an ass man.
his excuse was, I was still living wrong at the time. Apparently, it's added apparently in there, which almost implies that he
What
wasn't.
year was the
living
final 1PW show?
Oh.
wrong. I don't know.
Oh,
I wasn't
well,
there. Wasn't it in
um,
Scotland?
No, it was in Chester.
Oh, all right then.
I'm trying to remember whether that
Home
was.
of 1PW.
I was trying to think whether
No,
that was
Ellesmere
2011.
Port, Daryl, obviously.
No, it can't be 2011. That seems too long ago. I'm gonna have to find it out because he was sober by then.
Yeah, he was living wrong though, wasn't he? Living wrong. That's when he was spending time with you. He was living
Yeah.
wrong.
Taking me to Nando's and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Payday. And then Lord Alfred Hayes turns around and goes, "It's Mayday." Like, no, Sean Mooney definitely said payday.
Yeah.
And that's how
That's the end of Super Tape 3.
we tried.
Well, all I'm saying is it wasn't on tape. I mean, the only correct part is that it was the third one, realistically.
They did another one after this because I nearly started watching Super Tape 92.
Oh, and so then they went for like the Pez format from like numbers to
Yeah.
years.
I wish somebody had taped over this with America's Strongest Man.
Well, now you've got Sheffield's Maddest
Hey,
Man.
It's only a matter of time before we get WBF on the WWE network.
Oh God,
I can't wait for that.
I know. So I thought this would be right up your street, Daryl, but it tells me how bad it must have been that even you couldn't have your attention held by it.
Yeah, it was just absolutely rubbish, weren't it? It weren't like good rubbish.
No.
It was just boring.
Yeah, 2 clean finishes on the
Can
entire
you imagine
thing.
buying that tape?
Well, you're like, well,
I did
love
when I was a
Super Tape
kid.
1 and 2.
I got tapes like this when I was a kid. I had like Mania with the main event of, I think it was
Were
Owen
you
Hart
were you
versus Donk the
disappointed?
Clown.
Were you disappointed?
At the time, I thought it was great because I had wrestling tapes and because I didn't have
but
Sky.
why? Really?
We didn't have network, so and Raw was 1 hour a week. Raw didn't even exist when these tapes came out. You had
only Raw-
Wrestling Challenge.
If only Raw was 1 hour a week. Do you remember that? That would have been nice.
Wrestling Challenge, which was just guys against jobbers.
What
Sorry,
are we doing
enhancement.
next week? What are we doing next week? Because I think we need to rescue it.
Yeah.
Something better. WWE are tweeting asking people if they'd like to see. Oh, actually, that's hilarious. WWE, how fast would you buy your ticket to see AJ Styles go toe-to-toe with former World Heavyweight Champion Rey Mysterio? Right, I'll answer that. We know that match happened. It happened in Sheffield. No one bought any tickets. Rey Mysterio says, can't answer on how fast to buy the tickets, but what I can answer is on how fast I would accept. Right away, said Rey Mysterio, who's already had that match.
Is it Elimination Chamber this weekend?
It's next weekend, I
No,
think.
it's next weekend. We haven't even got that to do.
I mean, I know we're doing this on the air.
We should figure it out, yeah.
we could do a Legion of Doom career mode.
Really?
I don't know.
Just
want to do that?
WCW or just WWE? Or
Well, WWE, definitely.
WWE.
WCW.
Oh.
You don't want to do it. No, I'll do it.
I mean, how long did the original run? The original run lasted 2 years, and then the second run lasted longer than that. So, are you thinking of just doing 97 onwards, Legion of Doom?
Oh, well, in that case, then I'm back on board.
I mean, if you're doing it in 97, so I'd vote for the Nation. I don't know why.
The Nation's too good.
Nation career
There's
mode.
got to be something rubbish.
Los Barricas now.
why
We'll
don't
just figure something out.
why don't we talk about it and possibly put a poll up on Twitter?
Yeah, we haven't done a career
Yeah.
mode in a while, so we should
as an apology to you, you'll get to vote on what we're going to do. Like we might narrow it down to 2, we might narrow it down to 3, we don't know, but we'll give you the power as a direct apology for how terrible.
So they will be power and we will be glory in this situation.
Yeah, well, they'll be power and we'll be Paul.
Okay.
That's the end of the Royal Grumble for
I'm
this
sorry.
week.
I'm really sorry.
It's all Daryl's fault. If we ever do a Coliseum video again, we're definitely picking it rather than like doing that randomizer nonsense. Yes, don't forget to go to royalgrumble.podbean.com. Don't forget to go to facebook.com/royalgrumble. Check us out on YouTube, search for the Royal Grumble. Check us out on twitch.tv/Royal Grumble. Twitter, Royal Grumble Pod. Tweet us, check our poll, tell us what you want us to do next week. We'll put that up there sometime this week. And that's it. Say you're sorry, Daryl.
Sorry, Daryl.
Say goodbye, Dan.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.